Whew. Good morning, everybody. Starting a little fast because I want to see this guy get kicked in the head. We look up. Neat. All right. Oof. I don't know where I signed off at. Probably popped in to the gold saucer. Ugh, what is happening? Good day, old man. How are you doing? You're just jumping real quick before your work starts in 10 minutes. By the way, have you fought Tsukuyomi? We did. We did. That was really interesting. Like, I legitimately didn't know she came back to life. Like, I did know she had, like, a trial. But, like, I thought... Oh, man, I forgot the controls. Yeah. Where am I actually going? But, like... I thought maybe it was like an optional trial that somehow we missed, and then like to find out she came back and she had an amnesia, and then, you know, there was some mild hope for her becoming a good character at least. Like, it really threw me for a loop. It's so cool being able to experience this for the first time. Anyway, I should say hi, everybody. Good morning. I'm Old Man Sugarheart, and today we're playing Final Fantasy XIV. I'm told the next 2 to 4 hours are really exciting. Like, the last thing we did was, like, the burn trial. It's good. Good times. Alphinaud's lost in the desert. I don't know who this guy is. You missed it? Well, you just have to check your previous live streams. So, I've got... individual videos uploaded to YouTube, and they're all named after the quest name. So, for the burn, give me a second. I'll find it. I'll find it. Hang on. Up. The burn. Yeah, Feel the Burn is the name of the quest. So if you look up my video, Feel the Burn, you'll find me playing that, wait, no, that was the burn. No, dang it. The primary agreement is the Tsukuyomi fight. Sorry. Anyway, let's jam. I had hoped to steal a moment's rest after our outing, but it would seem duty calls. A foreign emissary arrived in my absence. Do not let us keep you then. Actually, I was wondering if you might join me. I cannot think of a guest who could fail to be impressed by the presence of the Scions. At least, none I should be happy to receive. Of course, if you think it'll be useful. Thank you. Let us return to my manor, then. Ooh, we should start juicing. Whose card is this? A Mist Dragon. Neat. And a Poison Tongue? One of these days, I'll play. I forget what they call this game. Well, I want to say Tetramaster. Was it this game or Final Fantasy XI that when it came out, there was like a little side game called Tetramaster? I want to say it was Final Fantasy XI. And it was the triple triad. Is that what they call it in this game? Lord Yen is expecting you. May I show you in? Like, that game's been... It was in... I want to say Final Fantasy VIII, Final Fantasy IX. It was its own standalone game. Tetramaster? Like, they just named it, like, 4 different things.
Lise, what brings you here?
This is a twist.
Alliance business. We have a request for Doma. Well, Hien. But that can wait. They told me you were out searching for Alphinaud. Did you manage to pick up his trail?
By 10 days.
Well, if he wasn't at the crash site, he might still have escaped. We have to keep searching.
And we will. Alphinaud embarked on this journey as an emissary of Doma, and I hold myself responsible for his safe return. I will have our shinobi in the provinces search for him as a matter of urgency. Chin up, Alize. You'll get to admonish your brother for his recklessness yet.
Well, someone has to do it.
I'm sure he's going to be fine. There is one thing I'm not sure about, though. You said it was the Emperor's personal guard that attacked Alphinaud's airship. But the Popularis would never have been able to arrange the prisoner exchange without Varus's blessing. So why would he sabotage his own mission?
They may not have been acting on Varus's orders. The guard answer not only to him, but to his family. The Crown Prince included.
When Yotsuyu summoned Tsukuyomi, Asahi was quick to proclaim that a dormant citizen had violated the terms of our agreement, that the negotiations had failed. And it is this version of events that is now being repeated across Garlemald. To hear the tale, one would think the prisoner exchange never took place. Plainly, someone is manipulating matters from the shadows. Most likely Xenos, or whoever it is that wears his face.
Whichever Ascian you mean. We all know the nature of our adversary.
Adversary.
The servants of chaos are true to their name. Their meddling has cost Doma a chance at peace. Whoever it was that loosed his personal guard, the Emperor cannot be ignorant of these developments. We must proceed on the assumption that our treaty is indeed in tatters.
Why are we all mourning like we didn't see it coming?
But come, Lise. You have journeyed far. Let me hear your petition.
Right. So the big news is that Alamigo has agreed to join the Eorzean Alliance. To make it official, and discuss where we all go from here, the leaders of the 5 nations are planning to hold a meeting, and we were hoping you might come too. We've already seen what we can achieve when we work together, and the Alliance hopes to work even more closely in future. They think it's our best hope of keeping the Garleans in check, and I agree.
As do I. By coordinating our efforts in the east and west, we may be able to discourage them from committing their forces to a single front. I accept your invitation. I must, however, ask for time to attend to some pressing matters here. In light of recent events, the risk of Imperial reprisals is greater than ever, and I would not leave Dorma unguarded. Ere I depart, I must shore up her defenses.
Understood. I'll let the Alliance know. We'll wait to hear from you before setting a date. The meeting's to be held at the Royal Palace in Alamigo, incidentally. Do you remember the way?
Well enough. Please assure my hosts that I will not keep them waiting any longer than I have to.
Well, you're off. Have the best stream. Stay safe and healthy. You have a good day at work, too. Thanks for popping in. Sorry you missed Tsukiyomi.
Consider it done. And thank you for agreeing to come. If we all put our heads together, we're sure to find the best way forward. For everyone.
Oh, I wonder if he was asking about Tsukiyomi because maybe he'd be interested in fighting. Well, like, you wouldn't be able to do that in work anyway. Nah, I guess he just wanted to see. My advisors and I will convene to discuss matters of Doma's defenses. You're welcome to stay, of course. Had you not offered, I would have requested leave to remain. Where the Asians are concerned, not Bailey may be left to chance. Oof, butchered that. As ever, we would benefit from your experience. I thank you for coming, Lise. Even if it was on official business, I had hoped there might be some time to show you the land you helped to save, but I will settle for a fleeting visit if needs must. There never does seem to be enough time for anything, does there? But I did get to see a little of the Enclave. You've made excellent progress, I must say. And soon you'll have the chance to see how we're getting on, too. Till then. Till the meeting, then. Old? Was wondering if I might have a word with you before I go. In private. Go on, my friend. I will send for Haruko and the others in the meantime. Great. I'll wait for you at the docks. Ah, yes, the most private of locations. The docks. Wa-ba-ba-ba. Wiggle, wiggle. For anyone who doesn't know, if you ever do want to play like a trial with me, like if you can get the timing right, you can. I do trials with other people. It's the rest of the game I play by myself. Dungeons I play by myself. So, thanks for coming. Knowing you, you've probably guessed what I wanted to talk about. Let's say, she's acting as if everything's all right, but it's clear she's barely coping. Yeah, I'll say I know is overbearing, willful, and reckless, and that's fine. It's like how she deals with feeling weak. She has to keep moving, or she's afraid she'll fall apart. A lot like me. Well, yeah, if only we could understand the reasons behind her behavior. Oh, yeah, but the thing about people like us is we need someone to keep an eye on us. I had Papalimo, and now I have my friends in the Resistance, and Alice has you in the Scions. Before you start, I'm not saying you're neglecting her. I'm sure you aren't, and I'm sure you won't. But she's a good friend, and when I see her like this, I can't help but worrying. So please, make sure you give her all the support she needs, alright? Leave it to me. You gotta say leave it to me, because if you say, like, you've got nothing to worry about seriously, like you're gaslighting and invalidating her feelings. Thank you, old. It goes without saying, but if there's anything I can do for you, you only need to ask. Like, it's a bit of a defensive position to say, like, shut up, I'm handling it. Well, I'd best be off. See you in Alamigo. I mean, I'm just overthinking it. But as a vibes cultivator, that is how we do. Ah. Who is this intruding on our private meeting on the docks? Hi, Cecile, aka 10 Days. It is good to see you. And it is good to see your rat. Hi, rat. Alright. Let's switch this over to battle mode. Whoop. Alright, where am I going? I gotta go speak with Yen. Rat is not the correct term for a pharaoh. What is the term? Like cat snake? My son got some hand-me-down clothes recently, and one of them is just like a chart of different animals and whoa, style. You actually did like the Akira slide in it, the Tokyo Drift, and Doma. I guess that would be the Doma Drift. There was one animal. Oh yeah. It was like the T-Rex deer. As a reference to kangaroos. And I don't think I've ever heard them described like that, but I loved it. Ah, there you are, my friend. Everyone has assembled, so let us begin. And you know, it had all the classics like danger noodles as snakes, sea flaps for manta rays, or stingrays. Stingrays are really cute, by the way.
If we are to ready ourselves for invasion, we shall need manpower, provisions, and time, all of which are in notably short supply.
I had a stingray actually draw blood on me. I was feeding them fish, and they nibbled on me with their dermal denticles, which is what they have in place of teeth, in case you're curious. But they were still super cute. I forgive them.
Candid as ever, you giddy. And correct, I concede. Fortunately, I have an idea. Tis plain no single nation can stand against the might of the Empire.
Thank you so much for the raid, Not Only Magic Man. It is good to see you again. Good morning, Mr. Claus. I don't know who you're talking about. I am Mr. Sugarheart, clearly.
And it was only with the aid of others that Dorma succeeded in winning her freedom. So, I mean to take a leaf out of our Eorzean friends' book and form an alliance of our own.
But thank you so much for the raid. I hope you're having a good time. Am I having fun? I'm excited for the fun I'm going to have. Like, we basically just started, and we're talking politics, but like the big twists have not begun yet. I'm told like the next 2 to 4 hours of Final Fantasy 14. We're in Stormblood right now. Alphinaud's lost in the desert, and I'm told it's about to get really, really interesting before Shadowbringers starts. So I'm excited for that. Hasn't happened yet. I mean, like, there have been a couple of twists, but like, all I know is good stuff ahead.
In addition to those with whom we already share an understanding, I would reach out to Hingashi and Suinosato, and further afield to the myriad peoples of Nangsha and Dalmasca. I am under no illusion. Not all will answer the call. Yet disparate though we may be, We are united in our desire for freedom. If our neighbors could be made to see what is at stake, Ascian machinations and all, cooperation need not be so far-fetched a notion.
Neat. You're gonna pass out, make me proud? I will do my best. Like, these might just be chatty missions and cutscenes, but I will watch them very, very well.
It may even seem practical. Under the guidance of our former leader, Master Louis Soir, we once strove to unite the fractious city-states of Eorzea. I dare say that experience shall be of use in your endeavor.
You're gonna be like, man, he is watching the hell out of that cutscene. Not interrupting or anything. Oh wait, he made a fart joke.
We should be glad of your wisdom.
For the record, I would have been in favor of this plan even if it hadn't been my grandfather's, but I have to ask, how will we secure the time to carry it out? Not that anyone has forgotten, but the Garleans have airships. Lots and lots of airships. Should they catch wind of our plan, they could send an armada to overwhelm us before our alliance had even begun to take shape.
Catch wind of our plan is a decent setup for a fart joke, don't you think?
Not if we deny them access to the skies.
Also a good setup for a fart joke.
During our time in the Burn, the Warrior of Light and I chanced upon some Allagan ruins.
Oh?
As such ruins go, they were not particularly unusual. But something about the surrounding land struck me as odd. Faint though it was, its ethereal residue was uncannily similar to that of Aziz La. Identical, in fact.
Are you going to do the trials between Stormblood and Shadowbringers? Not unless the main story makes me do them. And I don't think it will. We didn't do the trials between Heavensward and Realm Reborn like Bahamut, and I don't even know if that was between here and there. Maybe it was after Heavensward. I forget where the Crystal Tower was. That was probably after Heavensward, kinda. It was in Heavensward, but before, where are we? Stormblood? And so, like, everyone was like, you need to do the Coils of Bahamut. I'm like, no, it's not on the menu. Like, I just go down the checklist, MSQ and job quests. What I am going to do in between Stormblood and Shadowbringers is a whole lot of Black Mage job quests. Like, we'll probably do nearly the entire quest line. Like, I know job quests only go up to Shadowbringers. So Black Mage will be the first job we do all of the job quest for on stream. It'll be fun. And we can almost do them all in a row.
For locations so far removed to share a single etheric signature is all but impossible. I conclude, therefore, that the Allagans created the floating continent with land taken from the Burn. While that is a most intriguing theory, I fail to see what relevance it has to Dorma's defense. Aziz La was enclosed in a powerful energy barrier, impenetrable even to an Agrius-class battleship. It occurred to me that those ruins may have enjoyed similar protection. I have no proof, but the Warrior of Light did report seeing a structure resembling other known Allagan field generators.
Honestly, you really should. They are good stories. And they pay off later on in the MSQ if you do them. Alright. I will look into them. I'm not one to shy away from good advice.
But even if we could put up such an energy barrier, it surely wouldn't extend beyond the limits of the Burn. So what's to stop the Garleans flying around it?
But don't be disappointed if I flip a coin and decide not to.
Fuel. The Dalmascan capital, Rabanasta, was a key imperial refueling point in the east. By laying waste to it as a lesson to the rest, the Empire greatly hindered its own operations in the region. If an Imperial fleet were to advance upon Doma, it would now have little choice but to travel, as the crow flies, over the burn.
I see.
Now, I also know that you can't tell me what happens, you know, without spoilers, but if you could tell me why the Coils of Bahamut would have been good for me to run before I started Stormblood, then maybe like that would give me a clue as to how important these missions are. They're about the same level of importance, right? I understand the Coils of Bahamut teach you a little more about the Cataclysm. They expand the main character's story. I'm the main character. Oh. See.
A word of caution. Even assuming the generator still functions, raising a barrier of such a scale will require a prodigious amount of energy. And few places are so bereft of suitable crystals as the Burn.
A source of energy.
But you mean the main NPCs, like the Scions? Y'shtola, Lys, Thancred, and the like? There's also, like, main characters like, what is his name? Graha? And, Nero? I think they're involved in some of these.
Tell me, did the Allagans make a habit of launching things into the sky?
A curious question. Besides Azizlar, I know of only one other notable instance. The Red Moon Dalamud, whose fall triggered the calamity.
Just the two occasions, you say? Then I believe I may have a solution to our energy problem.
You do?
I may. To find out for sure, we would need to visit the Azim Steppe.
They sell AAA batteries there.
Which would, I now see, present the perfect opportunity to discuss an alliance with the Zayla tribes. How very neat. What say you then? Shall we see whither this road leads?
I was kind of missing the Zayla. I'm excited to meet the Lizard Mongolians again. Salmon muffin. Shakshuka, what is that? Eggs perfectly poached. Robust spicy tomato sauce. I would eat it, but I think I would go salmon muffin if offered this opportunity in real life. It's settled then. I will journey to the Azim Steep with the Scions, Yugiri and Hakuro. I leave our other neighbors to you. My apologies, I won't be joining you. I'm no aetherologist, and what skills I do possess are unlikely to be of great use to the mission. But more importantly, it seems to me that the ruins and the burn warrant attention. And so, while you are away curing an energy source, I will engage our friends at the Garland Ironworks to undertake a complete overhaul of the field generators. We'll need them in good working order if our plan is to succeed. Trust there are no objections? Have care in the burn. Have care on the steep. the steppe. From what I hear, the Zayla like fighting with friends almost as much as their foes. Good luck. That is true. Hang to bed, but will lurk. Have fun. Good night, Ada. If you like other Final Fantasy games, doing the mega raids, the raids after Heavensward, do a lot of references to other Final Fantasy games. I did notice, like, I'm fairly sure there's like a Kefka battle. That's the one that like stands out to me the most. I think there's probably a Final Fantasy 15 crossover at some point. I was thinking about playing what is that game? Final Fantasy Chronicles Stranger of Paradise. Like, that game actually looks pretty good, and I hear the gameplay is Neo-like. But then again, I could just play Neo. Like, there's a new one that came out literally yesterday. Necroka, thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate seeing you. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you, I hope whatever you were playing was fun. Were you playing with Kenshin again? Just the three of us then. Very well. Shall we make for the first reunion? Yeah. You're having an awesome one, and me too. I'm in like a weird state for a Friday. I got enough sleep. And I think that's kind of like messing with me a little bit. Like, I got a full 7 hours. Which is very, very unusual. Like, usually by the time Friday rolls along, I'm either so frustrated with work that I stay up way too late playing fun games. Of which there are plenty. Like, I just bought Menace yesterday. I'm probably going to buy Neo 3 today. And they were both pretty awesome. I'm probably going to stream Neo 3 on the weekend. Like a last second change of plans. I wasn't sure I was going to play it. But now that I want to, I think it's going to replace Hogwarts Legacy. Yeah, you played Medieval Dynasty and then American Trucker Sim. And then chatted about anime at the end. Nice. Last anime I watched was like the first 3 episodes of Inazuma 11. Because we were playing the game. And it was pretty good. Like, it's kind of a hidden gem, I think. Like, I feel like people would be like, I don't care about soccer, so why would I watch this? But, like, it's got, you know, Dragon Ball Z vibes. The weird power scaling, and eventually they're playing soccer against God. You know, things like that. This is one of my favorite things. Oh yeah, you haven't seen it because it looked really kiddie. It is really kiddie. I don't know, I'm trying to fail or fool with that. So I just saw somebody in a jet plane. I wonder if they're looking for me specifically. They're stream snipers. Sniper's probably not the right word, but stream chat friends. I'll add you as a friend so your name will be orange. So this is the Azim Steep. The tales do not do it justice. Speaking of Medieval Dynasty, is that better than Sengoku Dynasty? Because I've got Sengoku Dynasty on my wish list. I always want to play it because I feel like it could be really good. But if Medieval Dynasty is just better, it's basically the same game, right? So this is the Azim Steppe. The tales do not do it justice. You think the view is impressive here? Wait until you reach higher ground. It has more complete features as it's older. I find Medieval Dynasty feels better than Sengoku, but I also haven't played Dengoku in a while. I see. Yeah. I mean, that was like the main criticism when Sengoku came out. They were like, Medieval Dynasty's better. But I'm like, well, it's still early access, so like Sengoku, you can't type. I thought you were doing something on purpose with Dengoku, like Dynasty Sengoku, like a portmanteau of those words. So I'm sorry for exposing your typo to the light like that. Because I knew what you meant. Actually, seeing as it is your first visit, permit me to show you my favorite spot. Oh, he means that hill right there, right? I remember he used to vibe on that hill. You prefer the setting way more than Sengoku?
I will never tire of this vista. The endless fields, the boundless skies. 'Tis a sight to make a man forget his cares.
I think I prefer medieval to Sengoku, just in like themes. Like, I think I'd rather be a knight than a samurai personally. But you know, that's just personal preference. Maybe playing
Not his purpose, I trust.
Maybe playing Neo 3 will change my mind.
Might this be a fitting moment to tell us what we are doing here?
Of course. During my time with the mole, I learned some few myths of this land. One goes thus. In the distant past, when all seemed doomed, a wayfaring soul came unto the steppe. Venturing into the northern crag, he received of Nama a sliver of her essence, a shard of the shining moon, and with it clove the tainted land from the earth. The end thus averted, to these fields did the wayfaring soul return, and venturing once more into the northern crag, he buried the shard, and made unto the heavens an offering of blood.
A tainted land cloven from the earth and an offering of blood to the heavens. Azizlar and Dalamud.
That was my thinking, yes.
And you believe that yonder mountains hide an artifact possessed of sufficient power to raise Azizlar up to the heavens? I suppose that might suffice.
Worth a closer look, would you say?
I would.
From here we shall travel to Mol Elo, where there we may ask Surina about the particulars of the myth and raise the matter of an alliance with the rulers of the steppe. I can just take a bird over there. But first, some Sunny D. I don't have any purple drink. Good morning to you, sir. Wish to hire a Falcon Porter? Yeah. Whee! A little higher? Guess we'll just like clip their hair. I mean, it's fun coming over here to discuss an alliance, but there's like 13 people who live here. And they cook their food with poop. It's true, I've seen it. We gathered poop for them. It was one of the quests. Yen, old, I'm glad of your visit and the opportunity to welcome a new friend. How may we serve you? There's a matter I would discuss with the mole. It concerns not only the people of the steppe, but of every land in the Far East. A shard of the shining moon left behind by a wayfaring soul. You need this to protect our lands? Do. My friends and I wish to find the shard and descend the extent of its power. Will you tell me more of the place where it lies buried? This northern crag. That is your wish. In the mountains to the north there is a cavern called the House of the Crooked Coin. Inside this cavern are the pillars of stone that legend holds to be the source of Nama's power. There, I believe you will find what you seek. Ah yes, I know of the place. 'Tis a brisk walk from here. And what are your thoughts on an alliance? Should the Empire return, our lands will be engulfed in a storm of conflict, whether we will it or no. If we do not stand together, we will fall apart. This I believe with all my heart. However, among the tribes in the steppe, there are those who revere Nama above all else. To them, the pillars are sacred and not to be disturbed. Should you proceed as you propose, such tribes are like to spurn an alliance, prompting others to follow their example. That is my concern. But it is by no means certain that the pillars will provide the power you seek. Ere you risk the ire of the followers of Nama, might you not first visit the House of the Crooked Coin? If all is as you hope, we may then consider how to best earn their blessing. I thank you for your counsel. We will do as you suggest. I have no desire to give offense to those with whom I would join hands. Thank you for understanding. Though the mole may reign over the steppe today, this decision will shape the days to come, and we would not force others into a war against their will. Nor we. Well, I kind of would. Like, what, we put you in charge of a puppet government for a reason, you know? 100-fold stronger are they who choose to fight of their own accord. That is true. Just give me money. I've got all the hot cocoa I need. The will of the moon. It seems the time has come to put my skills to use. Pray lead the way to the House of the Crooked Coin. Hit her with the leave it to me face. Yeah, I was kind of wondering if it was up there. I believe we went around this area looking for weasels at one point. It has been a while since we've been here. I mean, like, I do believe that we and the Zayla would be better joined in an alliance. But, you know, uniting 12 constantly warring factions is a lot of effort. And all that for, you know, really a tiny population. And she was like, the Zayla will be engulfed in conflict. Like, is that true? Like, the Empire was here, and I could have swore they left the Zayla alone for the most part. I kind of assume it would be that way again. Or did they? Maybe I don't understand the history books.
Such an abundance of ether.
It did. There was like a Final Fantasy lore streamer who subscribed to me. I was thinking maybe like replay like some MSQ quests or so they could like get the lore down. But I followed them back. Maybe they've got a video on like why the history of the Azim Steppe.
Are we in luck?
We are. This is an Allagan artifact, most likely built to regulate the flow of ether. I strongly suspect the ancients used it to stem the flow from here to the burn. That would explain how they were able to untether what became Azys La from its surroundings. But were we to throw open the floodgates, the resultant deluge would surely be sufficient to raise our wall. And in restoring the flow, we may also restore life to the wasteland.
Well, that would be crazy. Like, you can't just like say that and not get people excited. You really think it could terraform?
While the device itself harbors a surfeit of ether, the opposite is true of the surrounding area. An effect of regulation, perhaps. A similar phenomenon seemed to be occurring in Doma. Whatever the explanation, the answer will not reveal itself here. We have seen what we needed to see. Let us return to Mol Ilo.
Well, then wouldn't a concern be that it's powered by the aether around it? In which case, if you like power that up, will it straight up steal the souls of all living creatures within a 1,500 meter radius? If you kill the mole people by flipping that on switch, I'm gonna be upset. I like the mole people. They're the coziest Mongolians. Are you ready to fly, bird? Whee! My legs. The bird did not break my fall at all. You found that which you seek. Great. Great indeed is the Dusk Mother's power. If not less will suffice to protect our lands, the blessing of the other tribes must now be sought. Of course, but which tribe should we appeal? There are many who worship Nama, but none so fervent as in their faith as the Dotharl. Their consent shall be the key. Why are we shocked? Like we knew this. The Dotharl least spoke of them, a warlike tribe possessed of unique customs and beliefs. I sense their cooperation will not be easily won. Nay, but it'll be well worth the effort. The Dotharl fear nothing, death least of all, and our alliance would be greatly strengthened by their presence. Let's go to Dotharl Ka and treat with their Khatun Sadu. All these words. Is there a Falcon Porter over here? Yes. Yeah, Dawn Throne's halfway there. Whee! But it had like one of those like fantasy tropes, like where you get like a sentence and you have to string in like five made up names and concepts in it. This is one of my favorite things in like fantasy writing, when like the culmination of all the stuff you made up comes together. You know, like we've got to meet with the goobers to talk about the goober cannon to use against the flibber gibbets to prevent the happening. And you're just like, without like hours and hours of context, that sentence would have made no sense. Huh. I thought maybe we would be able to stay in there. I was wrong. Anyway, the Detharl are basically Klingons, right? That's their deal. There's probably like a beast tribe that's more Klingon-like. But like, they're definitely the culture equals fight club in this part of the woods. Where are you? There you are. This is like a real colorful tent. Like, I can imagine setting up some chairs and some beers here, setting off a cool fireworks display off that ridge there. Would be so cool. I need to spend more time outside in real life. You again. Other matters demand our time, Coggin. Unless it is battle you seek. Right? Alas, not quite. Quite the opposite, in fact. Talking, always talking. You say the pillars hold great power? Of course they do. They're the source of Nama's strength. To the Detharl, no place is more sacred. We'll make ash of anyone who would defile it. Though I see this is not your wish. See the wisdom of our proposition, then. You will join hands with us? Said nothing of joining hands. You wish to yield Nama's power to defend these lands, and this I will allow. But for leaving the steppe to fight men in iron, I would have something in return. Namely battle with you, Coggin. Who, me? Nadam ended ere it began. I would face you again, alone, without distractions. Defeat me, prove yourself the stronger, and you shall have the Detharl as your allies. Surely, these are agreeable terms. Well, this is a not wholly unexpected turn of events, though I had assumed I would be the one required to fight. Alas, the Khatun has made her choice. Shall we dance? Ha! It shall be a battle the steppe shall not soon forget. Ugh, already my soul burns brighter. Prepare yourself, Kagan, and await me outside the car. I will gather my witnesses and join you anon. But who's gonna sell tickets? Where's Tadaru? See, now this could have been a really cool trial. Like, story-wise, like, I think it would be a little bit extreme to make, like, a whole trial out of this. But, you know, you could say, like, her desire for Fight Club accidentally summoned an icon. Dude, maybe it will.
Yes! This spot shall serve as well as any. I shall enjoy this Hahn.
Is this truly necessary? Have you no peaceable way of making decisions?
I was worried I was pronouncing Han wrong.
Speak not of peace. You stand before proud warriors of the Dathal. In the heat of battle do our souls burn brightest. We lay low the strong that we may rise higher. That is our way. The way of might. There is no other.
You still, as an archaeologist, you should have read this culture so quick.
Oh, they didn't want for conviction.
Indeed. It's what makes them such dangerous enemies. And such useful allies.
Enough talk! It is time to fight!
Do I have a healer? Or do I just need to burst her down? You're gonna do what to me? Strong indeed. Whoop. Nope. She's back. She resurrected. Can't resurrect mid-combat.
In death do our souls sing!
Shit.
In death do our souls sing! In death do our souls sing!
You got splooshed. Fighting you is pure bliss. Such sweet pleasure. Will not suffer to end it so soon. I guess this is just my life now. Oh! Can I kill those things? My soul demands more, Khan. Khan? Give me more. Oh. Is this one of the things where I like hide behind a wall?
In death do our souls sing!
Or do I destroy the walls? Okay.
In death do our souls sing!
I have concerns.
In death do our souls sing!
You know what's nicer than death? Life. Take it from an old guy. We done? My arms grow heavy, knees weak, arms spaghetti. Yeah. As long as my life blows, I will fight on. Okay, about this meteor impact.
In death do our souls sing!
I genuinely don't know what I'm supposed to do with this.
In death do our souls sing!
Okay, about my duty failing there. What was I supposed to do? Well, the moon has ended. Like... We can do this on normal. But like, we really do need to know like what I'm trying to stop. How do I stop the moon from exploding my face? Like, just out of curiosity. What's a guy to do?
In death do our souls sing!
You remember correctly, it's just a timed event. Kill her before she kills you. Okay. So ignore everything that's going on. Fight her directly to her face. In which case, we save some of our fighty abilities. Which, honestly, means use them now so that, like, the cooldowns are ready. Oh, shoot. That the technique here too, huh? Yeah, knock her down and those guys go down too. We can be in a better position if we beat up these guys.
In death do our souls sing! In death do our souls sing!
My health is pretty low. And that is a concern. We can healy our dealies by beating the snot out of her. Arms heavy, eyes dim. Okay. It's about to happen.
How it burns!
We're bursting.
In death do our souls sing! In death do our souls sing!
Ah. How's like a healer or a tank supposed to be that? I don't know if I could have done any better. Like, even if I had everything together, I didn't have any... didn't have any limit break. I was close. I was close. But, like, the thing is, I think my DPS was on point. What could I have done different? Worked in a trick attack every now and then? Probably had a Doku Mori that I hadn't, like, launched off. I don't know. I think like bumping this one down to easy might be the way. Like, the way I see it, we got two options. One, I can gear up. Like, which might mean like stopping by the marketplace, getting like better actual equipment. I don't have like a chest on me or anything to like open up. I could put materia in my stuff. Which, you know, would put me better. I think you have to destroy the blue orb beneath the meteor. It's Kaith Star Fall Circle. Okay, we'll try that again. I don't want to like punk out onto like easy difficulty. That isn't my style. Like I would have done that if I thought like it was just a stats wall, but it's called a Star Fall Circle. Okay, I didn't see the orb. I mean, like, I saw the orb. I just didn't think it was targetable. We'll give it a shot. Gonna burst you down immediately. 'Cause that's just who I am this week. Sugar, we're going down swinging. Gonna lose Shadow Walker before I can backstab you, or will I? Got the backstab. That was nice.
In death do our souls sing! In death do our souls sing!
Alright, is this wall time or triple guy time? Triple guy time. I think last time killing you was the way to go, so I'm going to ignore most stuff. Stand in the middle. Heal up a little bit. We're losing some health. Well, don't tell me if this is all you have. Alright, now it's wall time. But maybe I can get a good stab in. Nope. I think it's the best strategy to line them up.
In death do our souls sing!
I don't like where my health's at.
In death do our souls sing!
I get hit by something I missed. Water squirts give me the Shadow Walker. Whew, I was lost there for a second. Okay, here comes the meteor. Yarr! I can't target it.
In death do our souls sing!
Oh shit. Am I missing something? Dude.
In death do our souls sing!
I think it is targetable. It is in other duties. I didn't see a target. Like, one thing that might be happening is that, like, my controller hotkeys of, like, target scrolling are not working as well as, like, tab targeting or something like that. I have had that issue before. Or maybe it's an ally and I've forgotten how to target allies with a controller because I'm not a healer anymore. I think 10 Days is right. I think I need to kill her in the face. And so, without spending half an hour gearing up, I'm just gonna bump it down a level. And I'll gear up off stream. But, like, I do think we could do this if we geared up. Like, we would have won the DPS check. So if you're watching this trying to, like, figure out how to beat it on normal, like, I think that's how. Go to the marketplace, buy better gear, put materia in all your stuff. Pay attention to, like, the stats that matter for DPS. It's very rare that gear matters, but I think that was one of those times. You don't think materia is needed? Materia is used for Savage and Ultimates? I mean, like, I'm struggling here. And so in that sense, like, maybe it is a bridge too far? Or a step too far? Why would it not target the one next to me?
In death do our souls sing!
Here we go. We line them up. Easier to dodge.
In death do our souls sing!
Alright, she's gonna hit us with a Yarg. Is she gonna hit us with a Yarg? Yarg.
How it burns!
Yeah, look at her life go down. She hates this. With 30 seconds left. See, that was a huge damage difference.
Yes, yes! Not since the Nardum has my soul burned so! Come, we have only just begun.
Sounds like you are, well, I'm a wholesome streamer.
Enough! You were not granted leave to set the steppe ablaze.
Well, well, the sun has come out to play.
Be gone, Moonstruck Oranir! I am busy!
Fool of a Dothal! Have you forgotten the face of your master already? The sun will never set! From his seat on high, he reigns over all, now and forever. Yet what should he find here but a battle to determine the fate of the steppe? A battle waged without his blessing. This will not stand. You, Doman! You who come to petition the warriors of this land, forget that all Nama's children are wards of the Oranir. As first among my brothers, your petition is mine alone to judge.
These words are as wind from a horse's backside.
Fart jokes.
Plentiful, but your axe sings more sweetly. Let her speak for you.
This is good.
Insolent child. You will learn your place!
She called you horse farts, dude.
Forgive me, Brother Magni, but we have an arrangement with the Dothal. We will not abide any interruptions.
So be it. The sun will pass judgment on all. Didakul, join me.
Die to cool your jets.
The sun is in good company. We may dance alone.
I don't know, are you gonna cast Meteor again? That was a little extreme.
Beg not for mercy, for you will have none. Bear witness to the power and the glory of Azim!
Constantly at each other's throats like rabid dogs. Gods, I'm turning into her. I have not the patience for this, but if we must fight, let us at least be brief. Come.
She hits him with the hyper beam. Defeat Magnite. Do it. You're not gonna make me not be me, are you? God damn it. Get Aetherweld. Let me hit you with some rocks. Or a little wind. Let me just cure 2 myself. Alright. I've learned my rotation. I hit you with stuff until I get bored of that.
Kneel or die!
And then I heal myself. Oh, shoot. Can't slide cast. I was going too quickly. It's like I hit you with the instance.
Bow down before me!
I guess we destroy at least one of these?
Kneel or die!
Keep Yan alive. We just keep this fight up indefinitely, I suppose?
Kneel or die!
Mark well and learn! Concentrate!
Oh, shoot, shoot, shoot. There we go. Is he gonna be okay?
Kneel or die!
Let me heal my buddy.
Bow down before me!
Mark well and learn!
Did I save his life? I might have.
Kneel or die!
Alright, now hit me with the stripies. There we go.
Bow down before me!
And he throws up his sticks. Get the one that matters to us.
Tremble before the sun!
I'm actually very concerned about this. Ian, am I gonna die?
Let us be about it!
Was I supposed to destroy you?
Not yet.
I shall take care of this. What? You have a new user in Discord that's sus. Emma620. All right. All right. I have kicked her. Okay, now what was I supposed to do there? Oh my god, is it gonna make me do the whole thing over again? gonna make me do the whole thing over again. Also, Maria is mostly useful at level cap. Materia. Okay. Like right now I'm thinking like, do I gear up? I'm gonna say no. We should have been able to beat this on easy. Should have been able to beat it on normal. I think maybe we needed to stand with Hien and whatever he was doing. Anyway. Fight Club, horse farts. Follow Hien for that last mechanic. That's... like, I got that impression. But, like, by the time I realized he was off doing his own thing, we were in a bad way. Oops. Mugu. Back to feigning sleep. Oh, that's right. You did say you were sleeping. You don't have to, like, pretend to be asleep. Like, you won't get in trouble. I know cool stuff's happening. I know you need sleep. I'm not gonna shame anybody for staying awake. Like, it's 4 a.m., I'm up. And I really shouldn't be. I should be neglecting my family significantly less than I am. But I'm on that hustle grind to become a famous YouTuber. I might have said tumor. Run! Arrgh. Hit you with the AoEs for the speed heals. Oi, Gramps. Oi, Designs. How are you doing? You're not the Luna I just kicked out of chat, are you? Or Discord? We've been getting a lot of, like, sus users lately. Like, more than normal. Which can mean, like, one of two things. Like, one, I got put on some kind of list. It's like, this guy is easy to take advantage of. I don't see how. Well, there's a couple ways. There have been a few times where I gave people the benefit of the doubt until I could prove they were problematic. Which, frankly, is more than they deserve. Like, Luna, I didn't even go, like, full, like, shutdown mode.
In death do our souls sing!
Exploded. You have a Discord? I do. Since you're watching on YouTube, it should be in the video description.
Yes, yes! Not since the Nardum has my soul burned so! Come, we have only just begun.
Like, we're a small community, but I post
Enough!
fairly regularly.
You were not granted leave to set the steppe ablaze.
Recently, I made my own meme. And I think I nailed it.
Well, well, the sun has come out to play.
DW, I won't ask you to test out your new... Don't worry, you won't ask me to test out your new car simulator. Oh. Ask me to test out your new car simulator. Like, go into video games, say, like, hey, I made this game in my Discord. And actually go into the request channel and say, like, will you play my new game? Seems like the perfect place for it. I'll check it out.
Be gone, Moonstruck Oranir! I am busy!
Alright, we gotta skip this cutscene. We've seen it once. People getting hacked more often because people are more desperate for money. That is probably 100% true. There's a saying I want to push back on. And that's that, you know, you need to secure your own oxygen mask before securing others. Like, get your stuff in order. But, like, I swear that just does not work anymore.
Bow down before me!
Like, my oxygen mask will never be secure enough. Alright, let's just heal him. And then we hit you with the zips until you do your stripes. And so, like, I think maybe the dominant technique is not making sure your shit's in order before trying to help other people. It's just like everybody trying to help each other in unison.
Concentrate!
I think that might be like the life meta right now.
Kneel or die!
You never allow people to give links. Otherwise, you'll get people sus like that Luna chick. Luna chick sounds like lunatic.
Bow down before me!
Mark well in blood.
I do allow certain links in Discord.
Kneel or die!
Like, and I have not had any trouble. Like, the thing is, like, I've got like a wait list. All right, let's stand on top of him.
The sun.
These axes will not break. Okay.
Let us be about it.
Predictable. What? Every step you take, every move you make, I'll be watching you. Now fall. Active time maneuver. What button do I have to mash? Time to finish this.
Ether!
Summon Bahamut.
Have at you!
What strength? What grace is this? Alright. But you're right, like that is how I get hacked. If I ask you to post a link in the Discord. Don't post a link in the Discord, but do tell me about your game. You could post a link to like a Steam page.
Never have I felt such bliss in defeat.
I do think Discord has an ability to fake a link. And so while that might be the case, I can copy like the link's text into like the URL, which I would do manually to see if it actually does resolve to like store.steampowered, which would be like a trusted domain, and then I could trust your link. And if it didn't resolve to that, and it was like, actually, this is a bit.ly link that was disguised to look like a Steam link, then banned for life. I'm pretty good at the computers. I think I'm pretty good at the computers. There's always some blind spot that somebody could take advantage of. But like, scammers are pretty easy to deal with. They'll be like, we accept Cash App and PayPal. The dumb ones say Cash App because then you're just like, okay, 100% you're not real. Smarter ones will say like, we have PayPal, and then they will like try to get you to pay them through like PayPal friends. And then you say, oh, so like an unsecure money transfer is what you need. Okay. But, you know, really, you only do... The only way I pay people money is through, like, a safe third party. You know, like an actual, like, commissions website that's been around for ages, like Etsy or Fiverr or Upwork, something like that. Anyway. It's rough out here in the internet streets.
'Twas a battle to burn soul and flesh to ash. We Dothal will lend you our strength as promised. Narma's power is yours to wield.
Cool.
What does the sun say to that?
Horse fart.
The sun is not driven by base motives such as yours. But they have been judged and found worthy. It is the way of the Oranir to accord recognition and respect to the strong. You have made sufficient proof of your strength. The sun shall answer your call.
You have our thanks. We are glad to call you allies.
You? By what are you called?
Y'shtola, why?
Are you my Nama?
Well, are you?
I beg your pardon?
In battle, you shone with all the majesty of the full moon's light. Your healing touch, the embodiment of the Dusk Mother's love.
Oh man, Magna is being horny on main again.
Long had I wondered if my Nama might not be a woman of the steppe. Beholding you, I am all but certain. Now, look into my eyes. Could it be? Could you be?
Social distance.
I am. Not interested, little son. Try again when you've become a man.
Little?
Sorry, short king.
Little son! Little son! Does it pain you, little son? Crave you salve to soothe the ache? Fire to sear the wound in your heart?
We have wasted enough time here. Siren awaits for word of our success.
Take care not to let yourselves die. We might need you. At least half of you. These two really fit together, in my opinion. Yeah. She's Yandari for sure. Well, no, I'm thinking Sundari. Yandari is a different one, but also kind of fits. You had not only to contend with Sadhu, but Magnai too. Such a fierce battle that must have been. Yet here you stand triumphant. Having passed such a test, they could not well deny you their allegiance. They have sibling vibes, they really do. The mole will make no such demands. Weak though we are, we will gladly stand with you. The steppe is our home. We will defend it with all our being. Have my heartfelt thanks. Of all the tribes of the steppe, there is none I would rather have at my side. God's willing, many more will rally to our cause. I'll send you word when we have the answers from all the tribes. I cannot thank you enough, Serena. None of this would have been possible without you. My daughter and son are siblings. Surprise. They do be like that. Like, try as you might to like keep them from fighting. Like, there's no winning. Like, for example, like I get my son, the older sibling, to stop picking on the younger one. And then the younger one is like, oh, he can't fight back, and then starts like picking on him. And so, you know, they're all just perpetually punished 24/7. Shit's real in the streets. Cyrano, you better support us. We are the reason you are the Dawn Servant or whatever the King of the Lizards are. Exactly. We have the requisite consent. It is time to put the Nama's power to use. The aether flows as planned. All that remains is to have the ironwork engineers do their work in the ruins. Come, let us return to the House of the Crooked Coin. Got 2 minutes before the kids need to go to school. Surely this won't kick off 100 cutscenes. Do. Walk. Speaking of farts and sibling rivalries, I had a very wholesome fart experience at the grocery store the other day. There was this kid walking around with like his little brother, and he was like, "It's cool, man. Everybody does it." He's like, "Yeah, but I didn't." He's like, "No, look, everybody does it." And then he farted, like super loud. He was like, "See?" And he farted on me, like he was walking by, and he just crop dusted a stranger. Like, I think to make his brother feel better. Either that or his little brother was in on it, and they were just like trying to find an excuse to crop dust a stranger. But like, so it was either really wholesome because like he was trying to make his brother feel better, or it was really wholesome because like he was just having fun with his little brother. Either way, like, I couldn't help but smile. It was the happiest I've ever been to be farted on. And like, I was just a complete stranger. It was kids. They are our future. I shall begin at once. You may wish to step back.
Did it work?
It did. Ether may flow freely to the burn once more.
Should be closer to the Shadowbringer after this. About 2 more patches. You could be wrong. I could tell you exactly. What was the name of this quest? The Call? Yeah, it's really like about 2 more. So like there's 1 full patch and then like 1 tiny patch. But there's like 1 more quest in the patch we're on. So like 9 quests in total. Should be in Shadowbringers by March at this rate. Do not pretend to understand what you did, Y'shtola, but you did it. Thanks to you, and Old, of course. We've taken a momentous step towards securing our defenses. Now, as much as I believe a rest is in order, we should probably make haste back to the Enclave. Agreed. The others may have already returned from their missions, and I would know how things stand. As would I. Without further ado, then. Well, I say we be in Shadowbringers, but like we'll be on the edge of Shadowbringers, doing our Black Mage quests. In the Kian-Con. Oh, where's the Kian-Con? Is that in the Enclave? On the Golden Saucer. Take your time, no rush. I want you to be happy with your own progress. Yeah, I'm pretty happy. Like, we're just vibing according to plan. At least one person today has said, like, we should do, like, the the raids in between expansions. And so part of me is thinking about doing that. Part of me wants to stick to the script, though. Like, we'll examine whether we should do that. The raids are worth doing. Yes. This is what I'm hearing. And it sounds like the audience of my stream would like to see me do them. And so it would probably be wise to do that. But what about all the lurkers? Very good stories. Judging by your triumphant expressions, I take it all went well on the Azim Steppe. Indeed. We've secured a suitable source of energy for the barrier. Good. Tadaru and I have commissioned Garland Ironworks to ensure that the field generators function as they should. A team of engineers stand ready to set out for the burn at a moment's notice. Need only say the word. I thank you for engaging their services on our behalf. The minutiae of the arrangement you may leave to me. Which just leaves a small matter of our alliance. So, Yugiri and Hakuro, how fared you with our neighbors? My lord, all of the factions we approached are in agreement that the Empire sucks. I mean, poses a threat. And many responded positively to talk of an alliance. From Hingashi and Sui no Sato, however, we received outright rejections. The former will not break its treaty with the Empire, and the latter will not involve itself in conflict. Just as we expected, then. Well, there's not to be done about it. We must focus on the rest. To each of the nations that were amenable to an alliance, I will personally send a missive. And once I have attended to that, I believe we will have done everything we can to fortify Doma's defenses. And for the time being, at least, all of which means I may leave for the meeting in Alamigo with a lighter heart. Yuri Hakuro, you'd be so kind as to hold the fort in my absence? My friends, we could not have achieved so much in so little time without your help. For that, I give you my heartfelt thanks. Till the meeting, then. I took the liberty of asking Thancred to attend as well. We should have arrived in the Alamigo quarter by now. Alamigan quarter. Then let us not keep him waiting, shall we? Alliance raids are excellent, probably your favorite content. Huh. But my social anxiety. They really do have me zipping all over, don't they? Alamigo. By the way, what is my top 3 class job you like to play? Well, I haven't played them all. Hang on, what are all the class jobs? It's been so long since I've changed jobs. Is there like a good place to like list them? Off the top of my head, Dancer is probably my favorite job, period. Paladin's my favorite tank, but it's probably not my top 3. Astrologian is my favorite healer. Also probably not in the top 3. Dancer, Monk. Now, who would be number 3? Who would be number 3? I mean, Pictomancer is probably going to replace Dancer as my favorite. But, like, that's yet to be seen because I haven't had an opportunity to play her. We're going to play Pictomancer for Dawn Trail. But, like, I just love the concept. Just the fact that I'm out there, like, Nickelodeon sliming people like it's the Kids' Choice Awards. Like, just seems like the goofiest thing to, like, put into a serious story. I think I'd have a lot of fun with that. But, like, randomness is, like, my favorite in game mechanic. And so, like, with the amount of coin flips that go on with, like, Dancer's rotation, like, easily makes them my favorite. But there are classes I haven't tried. Like, I haven't been an archer in, like, 12 years. How old is this game? Like, 20 years? I haven't been a bard or a dragoon. I haven't seriously been a black mage. I haven't been a samurai or a machinist. Like, there's a lot I haven't tried. Like, for the longest time, I didn't love Final Fantasy 14. Like, there's a trick to loving Final Fantasy 14, and it didn't hit for me until, like, the 300th playthrough. Or 300th attempt at a playthrough. The trick to loving Final Fantasy is reading. Like, stupid younger me was, like, just trying to, like, fly through the content and got immediately bored because it was like, go here, talk to a person, go here, talk to a person. And you're, like, mashing the A button. You're like, get me to the good part. But you're, like, not realizing that you're in the good part. Like, Final Fantasy 14 has, like, one of the best written stories of any game I've ever played. And it is not the sort of thing I expect from an MMO. Which is just crazy. Just absolutely crazy. Like, there are games that are specifically story games that do not have as good a story as Final Fantasy 14. Like, Final Fantasy 14 is an entire crafted, like, Tolkien-esque world where everything has, like, meaning and purpose, and, like, everyone interacts in the way they would in that fantasy universe, and it's absolutely amazing. Which is why I'm playing it. Whew. Anyway, that was a rant. Ishtola has told me all, and I duly told Urianger and Kryle. Kryle in particular was concerned about Alphinaud, but assured her that everything that can be done is being done. She agreed to continue with her own tests for the time being, on the condition that I contact her the moment there's any development. So that leaves the four of us to attend the council. Arenvald is here to assist with the security, incidentally, though the poor lad seems altogether too distracted for the task. Another one missing, Alphinaud. I expect. Here's the thing. I was, like, shaming them for how quickly they were going to, like, rescue Alphinaud out of the Sahara, saying, like, that's the most dangerous thing. Like, you are not prepared to, like, fly birds into the middle of the desert. And yet they did. But, like, immediately after that, we gave up. Like, we didn't give up. It's just that we're doing a lot of other stuff. But it's almost time. As soon as you're ready, present yourself to the guardsmen at the palace entrance. I shan't be too far behind. My God, I do have to get the kids to school. Urianger. I'm gonna be honest, I forgot about Urianger for a bit. Like, the only elf I remembered was, I've forgotten him. Needhog poker guy. Istinian. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn, welcome to Alamigo. The Alliance leaders have arrived. May I show you to the meeting chamber? Yeah. Upon proceeding, several cutscenes will play in sequence. Okay, kids will be late for school. Hey there, first time chatter, but Final Fantasy XIV is 13 years old this August. Thanks, dweeb!
Mistress Lys, Commander Aldin, it gives me great pleasure to formally welcome the city-state of Alamigo to the Eorzean Alliance.
For the record, his screen name is dweeb. I'm not just like calling him a nerd for no reason.
The pleasure is ours, Your Grace. I know I speak for all Alamegans when I say that we are glad of this chance to stand with our comrades of the Alliance.
Final Fantasy XIV is an RPG first and an MMO second, unlike Warcraft, which is the opposite. Yeah, I think the trouble is I played World of Warcraft first, and so like it set me up to hate Final Fantasy XIV, and it worked for a while.
And we for our part are glad indeed to be able to welcome friends both old and new.
The earlier Alliance raids are easy and a lot of fun. There's always a death or two for first timers, so no one ever feels let down. It's part of the fun. Alright, I'm really considering the Alliance raids. We might even go back and do like the Bahamut coils.
Lord Hien of Doma, at your service. Pray, accept my heartfelt thanks for your generous invitation.
So, like, I don't want to make any promises. I might, like, go back and be like, nah, we'll stick to the main story, do everything, and then go back and do the Alliance raids. But, like, that would feel a little out of time. We'll see.
Nay, 'tis we who must thank you for journeying so far. And 'twould be remiss of me not to acknowledge the part the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have played in bringing all of us together. In times of great unrest, you and yours have been our constant companions, without whom we would not be here.
With apologies to Lord Hien and Mistress Alize, it occurs to me that we have not gathered in this way since that fateful day in Uldar.
The day I lost my arm and my freedom. As I lay in my cell, never did I dream that I would one day be given the chance to represent my homeland at this council. I would not even be alive had you not plucked me from the jaws of death. You, Yugiri, and Alphinaud. Would that the lad could be with us.
I too owe my presence here to Alphinaud, in so many ways. Until such time as he returns, I mean to carry on his good work as best I can.
Make sure you do Crystal Tower. It's for your benefit before entering Shadowbringer. I appreciate that. That's a really great way to tell me, like, it's important without spoiling anything. So maybe I'll work it in with, like, Black Mage job quests. Like, I'm gonna get, like, Black Mage up to, like, a certain level. And, like, I wouldn't have enough content, like, for grinding, like, just for job quests. Because you can knock out, like, a job quest in, like, half a second. And so maybe Alliance raids while I'm grinding Black Mage levels makes the most sense.
Come, friends. Let us leave the past in the past and turn our eyes to the future. My Lord Hien, pray, tell us how things stand in the east.
Now, hang on a second. Crystal Tower was mandatory now. If it's the tower I'm thinking of, unless you mean, like... Unless there is more to the Crystal Tower than what was just mandatory. Like, Graha and Nero were there. Saw 'em. They made me see them. Like, it's a requirement. Like, it is now part of the main story. Have you been level 9 million for so long? That's ARR stuff, yeah.
Having heard the rumors of dissent in Garlemald, I dared to dream of a peaceable solution.
You would have finished them before you started Heaven's Ward. Yeah, okay. So we did do those. The things I'm thinking of are like the Coils of Bahamut. And what are like the names of like the other Alliance raids that I need to do before I start Shadowbringers?
The Empire will not so easily change its ways. If the Garleans have a mind to take back Doma and Alamigo, we'll be hard-pressed to stop them, even with the might of 6 nations. But while we lack the strength to fight the tide, a course may yet present itself, if we read the winds aright.
The winds suggest but one course to me. One which leads from the sea unto the river and thence to the source of all our woes.
The Ascians.
Indeed. All here have felt their blighted touch. It was the bringers of chaos who nurtured the Archbishop's tyrannical ambitions.
Merlwyb is best girl, Amaric is best boy. You know, I can agree with that. They're pretty good boys. I think Urianger is best boy, probably. But, I do prefer Femrose. They're probably my favorite ladies.
They who bestowed upon him the secrets of summoning, as they have so many others before and since. And while they remain, we shall know no peace.
None of the other Alliance raids are necessary, but the Omega raids might give you some extra context for Shadowbringers. Okay, thank you. I will look into it and decide, like, if we have to.
Our objective is clear. The question is how to achieve it. That our enemy parades about in Xenos' skin poses problems in itself, but ere we get to them, how are we to infiltrate the Empire and get close enough to strike?
While I see the wisdom in targeting the Ascians, an assassination attempt on Garlean soil would do little to aid our cause, even were it to succeed. It's time we used our enemy's preferred tactic: subterfuge.
You like the Gridania leader? She's cute. It comes down to, like, what happens when they get a flat tire. For what is her name? Senna? Carl P. Senna, something like that. Anyway, if she gets a flat tire on her Moogle mobile, you would change it for her, and she would be very grateful for it. If Merlwyb gets a flat tire on her boat, she'll change it and, you know, just not bother you with it. And so, like, the preference is, like, do you want to be bothered to change every tire? Or do you just, like, want to be, or would you like to be admired for changing the tire? E. Senna. Yep. Her first name's not Carl either. I was kind of doing a joke. I don't think her first name's Carl. It might be Carl. I can't remember.
You have an idea?
Speak your mind, Master Thancred. None here know the enemy better than the Scions, and you mayhap best of all.
It's the other way around, actually? You think Merlwyb would, like, go the Dommy Mommy route and be like, change my tire, you pathetic little worm? Whereas, like, Senna would be like, I can't bother you with this. Like, that's a possibility, too.
Whatever it is you propose, we will give it fair hearing. On that you have my word.
She's a pirate, not a land dweller. Well, okay, well, she'd scrape the barnacles off her own boat. That's not true. She'd make her, like, underlings do it. But I don't think she'd, like, make her boyfriend do it, you know? He's for other
Very
things.
well, Admiral. My proposal is thus. We dispatch the shinobi to Imperial territory. There, they sow the rumor that the Crown Prince perished in the battle for Alamigo, and that the man parading around is in fact a corpse inhabited by a servant of darkness.
I was picturing her driving around like an amphibious vehicle. You know, like one of those little duck cars.
Well, it does have the ring of truth about it. And were the Garleans to learn that their future ruler is a puppet, the Empire would be shaken to the core.
But at the risk of sounding stupid, would they actually believe such an unlikely story? I didn't.
Ordinarily not. But prior to his miraculous recovery, rumors of Xenos' death had already begun to circulate around the Empire.
I think her name is Con E. Senna. I bet you're right.
Ultimately, however, what the masses believe is not our chief concern. Our true objective is to create an opening for rival factions within Garlemald to exploit.
Just as a war of succession erupted in the wake of Emperor Solus's death.
I forgot I need to get the kids to school. Hey, can you get dressed in a hurry, daughter?
A war which raged until but recently, plunging the Imperial House into disarray as nephew and uncle grappled for the throne.
You need to interrupt the cutscenes less.
It is no coincidence that one of Varus's first acts as Emperor was to name Xenos heir apparent, family feuds being so tiresome when armies are involved. Not all welcomed his choice of successor, however.
It's pretty late. I'm Central Time. I am late, though. Like, normally we start getting ready for school at 6:30.
There is no shortage of individuals who aspire to the throne, who would jump at any chance to seize power. The news that Xenos is not only dead, but a puppet to diabolical forces would be too enticing to ignore.
The Empire would not be quick to recover from a second war of succession.
I am no stranger to infiltrating Imperial territory. With a team of operatives gathered from among the Alliance's finest, the plan should have a reasonable chance of success.
Heading out to buy a Napa cabbage. Okay. Don't forget to get a Raditz as well. And maybe some vegetables. By the way, check out the meme I posted. I'm excited too.
Doma already has shinobi in place throughout the provinces. We stand ready to act, and act we must. What say you all?
I'm for Master Thancred's proposal. We shine a light upon the Ascian and test the Empire's unity. 'Twas his plot that scuttled Doma's negotiations, was it not? Why then, if we can eliminate him, there may yet be a chance for peace. Let us wage this war of subterfuge, that we may one day lay down our arms. Gods know we never will while the Ascians remain.
That way. Sorrow.
The heck?
History must be changed.
Who am I speaking to? Nah, I don't understand.
Ahead looms a calamity. Ahead looms light, expunging all form and life. Twin dooms only you can forestall. Only you.
What's the matter?
There's a voice.
Spies in our midst?
Nay, I sense no such presence.
Let expanse contract. Eon become instant. Throw wide the gates that we may pass.
Is it over?
Master Thancred!
12 for Fend. Bear him to a private chamber. Have every healer make ready.
Everyone. We need 9,000 doctors in that room stat.
Swiftly!
Master Thancred remains in slumber. Though his vital signs appear stable, he's unresponsive.
What could have done this? And why just him and not the others?
I'm afraid we could not identify the cause, my lady. Our examinations revealed no wounds, nor the presence of any poisonous substances.
Gods, that only makes it worse. You're to let us know the moment there's any change, all right?
Thank you for coming. Knowing Thancred, he would apologize for being otherwise engaged at so crucial a juncture.
In gifting us a course of action, Thancred sowed the seed of all that is to follow. We have but to nurture it as best we can. To him, I would say, rest easy, that he may wake to enjoy the fruits of our labors. Now, the matter of the mysterious voice must not be forgotten. Will you tell me exactly what happened?
Alizé and I heard a voice in the moments before Thancred collapsed. It was accompanied by a severe headache, as if something were clutching at our minds. Did you experience the same thing?
Yeah.
So, in between the voice and the pain, you felt as if you were somewhere else entirely.
Your testimony confirms my suspicion. That which you experienced was, I believe, your soul being plucked from your flesh. Called.
Oh?
Called.
I myself examined Thancred. Reach out as I may, I could not sense in him the spark of life that is his soul.
Dang.
That Thancred alone was stricken so is likely due to his heightened sensitivity to the effects of ether. A consequence of his prior possession by the Ascian Lahabrea. The owner of the voice, whoever it may be, reached out to you, called your souls, and in so doing, caused you and yours such pain.
But if that's true, where exactly are we being called to?
I know not. Yet one thing is plain. Whoever waits for you on the other side is possessed of a power unlike any I have ever known.
Forgive us, Lys, but may we leave Thancred in your care for a time?
I'm gonna step away for just a second to make sure the kids are getting ready for school on their own time. But I don't want to stop this. I'll be right back. Whew. Now we'll see. The kids can get themselves ready for school. Surely that won't go wrong.
As if you had to ask. I may not be a scion anymore, but I'm no less a friend. Don't worry. I'll see to it that Thancred's well looked after. Just focus on solving this mystery, all right?
Thank you, Lys. As the Elder Seedseer says, 'tis no ordinary individual we are dealing with. Nor can we discount the possibility of Ascian involvement.
Whoever or whatever is behind this, the sooner we find out, the better.
Thank you so much for the raid, Angry Dragon. It's great to have you here. We're right in the middle of some good story stuff. Which may be ending right this second? Lore, we love lore. Just tried to call Urianger on his link pearl. He didn't respond, but I dare hope that he possesses some knowledge we do not. Ah, Urianger. Something happened during the meeting. Thancred's collapsed. A disembodied voice suddenly started. What? That... We should talk about this in person. Alright, we'll meet you there. Was Urianger. He heard the voice too. In Thanalan? As we alone were afflicted at the meeting, I had my suspicions, but if the voice also spoke to Urianger, there can be little doubt the Scions were targeted specifically. By whom and to what end is the question, on which we must find an answer within all possible haste. I've learned the emote endure. Okay, I am actually super late getting my kids to school. I do appreciate the raid. I hate for you to raid and be subsequently sent somewhere else. I do know another Final Fantasy streamer, and we'll see if she is up and available. How's Final Fantasy going? Oh, it's going great. Having a wonderful time. Bye-bye, everybody. Stick around, I'll try to find somebody to raid on YouTube and on Twitch. Bye. Bye, Riri. I remember you. It's been a while. You've been just kind of like vibing. Sandra's playing my time in Sandrock. Is anybody playing Final Fantasy 14? Yeah, sorry, I'm gonna have to raid my time at Sandrock. But she sometimes plays Final Fantasy, usually on Fridays. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
kids both shout bye-bye right now.